I'm going to ask you about Thalaivii now because it's the first time you are impersonating like a known personality. Is that right?
Right.
What was that process like? Because this is something you never done earlier.
Yeah.
So did you watch a ton of MGR videos? Did you say I'm just not going to go there at all? I'm going to play it my own way.
No. I watched a ton. Like I told you. I mean, I keep internalizing a lot of stuff, right? Either through discussions, but this is not something that you can discuss and internalize.
Right.
You can only get certain like qualities or incidents about the person, etc. To see, okay, how does the mind work, or what do you think? How do you think the mind is going? But this has to be a combination of me and the other person. If I do it like 100% like him, then it will be like mimicry kind of a thing, like I'm trying to mimic him, which is not what I wanted. It has to have something about me as a person, but a lot of it has to have something, the dominance has to be how MGR looked, or how he behaved, or how he acted and things like that.
I'm not getting that. When you say it has to have something like about me as a person.
Me as a person means my mannerisms, or my like for example, we've seen MGR's films, right? So like these are questions. So how much of MGR's mannerisms do I want to bring into in Thalaivii?
Right.
As much as possible is what my own answer was. So then what you do is you start, like to your question, I watched every video that I could find, every MGR film that I could find, not like practicing stuff, but just internalizing. I'm like a very visual person, so I like kept internalizing whatever I saw. So that was my process. So like again, I was telling somebody else, and then again my wife would say in the night, suddenly your hands are moving this way, that way. When I'd be watching YouTube with the headphones, because I don't want to disturb others, but I can't stop watching because you're into the carry. I want to keep watching, and you'll be doing all this in your, like however it, you'll be trying to do all that in your sleep. So like that part of it is there, but then the interesting thing that the choice that you need to make is, when I said how much of me, how much of him, is that you only seen his movies.
Yeah.
A lot of the script is about how he's not in movies.
Right.
So in real life, have you seen MGR doing this, and has he posed like, he's not going to be doing that. So I can't mimic MGR in real life because I've not seen MGR in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen, but I'm saying I've not, you've not spent time with him to understand how he's going to behave when he's not in front of the camera.
Right.
That also you have videos, which you can see. But again, those are videos that is a public function. It's not like private.
It's not like private.
It's not like private. So how do you? So who can say how he's going to? So then you have to have certain mannerisms that will at points remind you that this is not me, that's him. And certain times when you say, hey, that's the character of him in this film.
Right.
That's the story that we've written. It's not the story that actually may have happened. It's not. Nobody knows, right? Like if two people are talking, how do you know exactly what that person said? You can't say that. You can only, like, it's your version of the truth in a sense, or your version of the fiction. So then it has to be a combination of both. So suddenly it can't be only him and then only me. It has to be all the time this, and then in the films that he's done, where you have referenceable clips, like the teaser that we released, where people actually matched it and all that. That was an idea that when I was watching in the night, for example, at 12 or 12:30, I got that idea. But what happens if you replicate this 10 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever it is? So I actually called Vijay in the night because I earlier had warned him. I said, you'll get calls in the middle of the night, you'll get all that, please, don't miss it. So I called him and I said, I sent you the clip now, just watch this bit because it represents the thing, and then it will be a good thing that we can do. All that, and then that we, of course, because it's something that you're trying to replicate, you have to practice and you have to deliver that.
You say that you have an instinct for what the audience will like and what they don't like, or generally you've kind of become better, that kind of thing. Does this performance make you a little nervous about how it will be received? Because for the very reasons that we discussed, it's the first time you're doing a public figure.
I'm not nervous, actually. I know it's a big responsibility. So that's what drives you to do something, right? Because the responsibility. See, when I say what the audience doesn't like, it doesn't mean that I'm cocky about that part. What I'm trying to tell you is that even when I do a film, everything is not in my control. So if somebody can ask me, then so then every film of yours should be well received, success. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I know that when I'm acting, I need to I work with sincerity, I work with hard work, which everybody does. But I make certain choices that I think will work with the audience. And more often than not, it's been right. For example, the teaser or certain things that I've done in the film, which my crew likes, my director likes, my crew likes, my co-actors like, and we hope that the audience will like, because that has to be tested, right?
Right.
And then you figure out what did they not like, or what did they really like, or you feel happy that, okay, I'm on the right path, I can go to the next one now.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, playing a real life character for somebody who's not trained in acting is very nerve-wracking.
But you had 7 + 7 years. I think by now you should say...
No, still I'm telling you, I don't do like acting exercises or read books on acting and all that. So what has happened now is that I am extremely confident about my process.
Right.
So I trust in myself to put in the work that is required, and I know something will come out there.
Yeah.
That is my homework or my thing. I don't do like training. I can see myself, I'd see, okay, what needs to be done.
Yeah.
You just have to apply your mind. Some people do it very instinctively. I had to work really hard for it. Like for example, I actually have shoulders like this, but MGR sir has shoulders like this.
So
he's very strong, but his shoulders are like this. It's not stiff.
Yeah.
It's very flexible. He's a very flexible person. I'm the most inflexible person. So what I had to do is I had to stop for 1.5 years. I stopped doing weights, or 1 year during this time. I didn't go to the gym. Then I went to somebody from whom I could understand biomechanics. Like what happens if this is stiff, then where will this thing, or if this is loosening up, then how can I bring my arm this way, because my arm won't come in.
Yeah.
His arms come in. I can bring it in, but then if I do it, then it'll look like I'm really trying. So how do I make it without that effort showing on screen? I have to do certain things in terms of flexibility, or in terms of. I mean, what I'm trying to say is not that I did I'm not saying that I did a lot of work, not like that. But I'm saying you have to apply your
basic
mind, because
prep.
I want to do it well.
Yeah.
That is my intention. And for that, you need to do all this.
Right.
Some people will get it really fast and they can do it. Some people need not put in as much effort. But I know my limitations, and so I need to overcome that. For that, what all I need to do, I will do.
Now, when we were talking about Project Agni, you spoke about Prasanna and how necessary he was, because he's the foil, right? He's kind of listening to all your what you're saying, and then his reactions are kind of informing the audience. When you're playing off somebody like Kangana Ranaut, how was that experience? Was it like something fresh, something, because it's an actor you've never worked with before?
Yeah,
how does it work when you're getting this energy of a person that's a certain...
I don't really take energy off a person.
Okay.
Like in a sense, even with Prasanna, what I'm saying is that, it was important for him to play it right.
Right.
And he did it right.
Right.
And if he's doing something different, then I would react also something different to make it work.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah. So with her, with Kangana, she's extremely, one thing that I found is that she's extremely focused on what she needs to do. She may not be as acquainted with Amma as quite understandably. And but when she came in, I knew that she had put in all the hard work, and she had seen, maybe she did what I did, more than what I did, whatever it is, and she has really internalized that character. So she has interpreted it in a particular way, right, based on the script that is there, and she needs to have that conviction that what she, how she is going to play it, and so that was very clear that she had put in all that work. So when it is there, then it's only the question of like the dynamics within the scene.
Right.
So, like for example, when Samudrakani is there, or Tamiramaya is there, or Nazar is there, or everybody has internalized their character. So their timing would change based on how they perceive their real life character. So you can't, it's not a timing based, everybody has to adjust, right? So you also start seeing, okay, this is how the person is seeing the character. And then you're talking in between shots and all, right? So you're like, and I'm sharing some stories about this situation, or what in real life, what happened during this time, or what is supposed to have happened during this time, or how, certain things that might influence her character, or what she has heard about something about MGR. So all these things are going on. Or Tamiramaya is a big MGR fan, so he will tell you hundreds of, or anybody on the set, for example. Right. So they will tell you like hundreds of things that have happened. So you're always like getting this feed in about that. Okay. We're not talking about something else. Like for me, it's very difficult to off late, because you're investing so much into the character, whether it's Chekkachavanam, or whether it's this or Bongano, whatever it is, or MGR's or Thalaivii. I don't like to deviate too much on set. So if there's some conversation that's going on that is not related to much, or it's distracting me, I'll just move away, or I'll isolate myself or something like that.
Okay. Have you seen the film?
I've seen that while I was dubbing.
Okay.
I haven't seen the full...
right. So what is your takeaway?
I'm very proud of where I've come.
Nice.
From where I was. Not that was my goal when I started out, but I'm saying I'm really happy that I'm very happy that I'm moving forward with every performance. I'm learning something that I can do and how to do it better, or in that sense. So it's a positive learning experience for me.
So thanks so much, Arvind,
No,
and all the best for Thalaivii.
Thank you.
And congrats again for Raudram and Agni.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Arvind Swami. If you like this video, please subscribe to Film Companion South. And even if you didn't like my video, please subscribe to Film Companion South.